Trent Alexander-Arnold, here we go to Real Madrid. L'Equipe have given a massive update with regards to William Saliba, also following in Trent's footsteps, and Viktor Gyökeres. Viktor Gyökeres. There is so much speculation about this guy. We've got massive transfer update. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button. There will be a video out on the second channel, Champions League predictions. That will probably be later on this evening. And there is already a video out on the channel today. You can go and watch that, which is me yet again losing my head over Tottenham. James Maddison and Carvalho both out for the Europa League game. Dominic Solanke is fighting to be fit and all of that jazz. Now, Fabrizio Romano did tweet out earlier today that Trent Alexander-Arnold, here we go. He did a video. Then Trent Alexander-Arnold, about 5 minutes later, did like a long 2.5, 3 minute video of him addressing the Liverpool fans. But the worst kept secret in football. Trent Alexander-Arnold's Real Madrid. Here we go. Decision to leave Liverpool now confirmed as Trent says goodbye to the club after winning one more Premier League title. Documents have been prepared for Trent to join Real Madrid on a 5-year contract. Verbal agreement done. And there he is. And for Liverpool fans, it is a kick in the teeth. You know, he's won absolutely everything at your club. 2 league titles, a Super Cup, a Club World Cup, a Champions League, 2 League Cups, an FA Cup. He leaves, in my opinion, a Liverpool legend. I know some fans might not think that now because he's leaving the football club, but he did win major honours there, and I think he should be, he should be given fair wishes, let him go and crack on, and then, see how he gets on. It's going to be interesting because there's a lot of technically gifted wingers over in Spain, especially the likes of Lamine Yamal and Rafinha at Barcelona. So we're going to see how he gets on. Now, William Celiba, for me, one of the best centre-backs in the world. Composed, strong, quick. The defensive IQ is unbelievable. His availability, both on the national stage, in Europe, and for Arsenal, he is a top-class centre-back. And he's on Real Madrid's radar, just like Trent Alexander-Arnold was. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Real Madrid right now, breaking. Real Madrid are planning to use the same strategy with William Saliba as they used with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Wait for him, talk to his club, and then move for him as soon as the opportunity arises. Now, L'Equipe have come out of an update. We'll get into that shortly, but Real Madrid did this with Kylian Mbappe. They did this with Jude Bellingham. They waited to the right time. They might have paid for Jude, but they got Mbappe on a free, and they got Trent on a free. Real Madrid have won countless Champions Leagues in the last decade, league titles. They've got to Copa del Rey finals. They're the biggest club in the world. When they come calling, it is very, very difficult to essentially turn them down. Madrid Extra put out new Real Madrid are clear. They will be ready to go for William Saliba when the opportunity arises. They'll be waiting to see what happens between the player and Arsenal, like they did with Trent. I'll be honest, I think Arsenal have to offer him a new contract ASAP. Fabrizio Romano has also come out and said Madrid are ready to move for Saliba whenever they see an opening, whether it's the summer of 2026 or 2027 or for free. They love him. Now it's up to Arsenal to offer a project to win titles because Saliba wants to win titles. Now, for me, this upcoming summer is the biggest summer, in my opinion, we will see arguably in Premier League history. Liverpool could spend £200 million with sales. Chelsea, if they get top 4, could spend 150 to 200 million pounds. If Man United or Spurs win the Europa League, we could see 150 million pounds. If Villa get top 5, We can see them go and spend big. City are still trying to rebuild things to get back to winning league titles. Arsenal have to go and bring a striker in, a creative midfielder and a left winger. Nottingham Forest, if they get top 4, will go and spend big. I think you could see a window in which, I don't know if a Premier League window has ever spent over 500-600 million, but I think it feels like everyone is gearing up for this window to be so big in terms of outgoings, incomings, new managers coming in. Ange will probably leave. How big the Europa League is going to be for both Man United and Spurs. Questions will be asked about Arteta. Is he good enough to go again for another season? How will the second season be for Arne Slot? How will Man City get on, under Guardiola, who's told the club he wants to have a rest? It's absolutely huge. And then L'Equipe have come out and said William Saliba has been in talks with Real Madrid 4 weeks. Not for 4 weeks, as in 4 weeks. The Spanish club wants to make him the leader of their defense. Articles have even said they see him as the Jude Bellingham of their defense. It's going to be very difficult for Celiba to turn down Real Madrid when they've got Mendy there, Mbappe, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, 4 of his national teammates. And just seeing Trent go there, and they've got stars like Vinny and Mbappe and other players, Rodrigo and Valverde. I think Arsenal will approach him for a contract renewal very, very, very soon. This story is gathering a lot of pace. Yesterday, the Madrid Zone tweeted out that Real Madrid are the only club he is willing to leave Arsenal for. Breaking. William Saliba is very attracted to Real Madrid. It is the only club he's willing to leave Arsenal for. They have to offer him a new contract. If they don't, it'd be absolutely criminal. He may reject it. He may not reject it. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the coming days / weeks / months. Now, another player heavily linked to Arsenal, and there must be daily transfer updates on this guy. I am prepared to say that throughout the majority of the summer, there will be so much speculation. There'll be so much news. Viktor Gyökeres. Today, I've seen 3 different reports. Arsenal are preparing a formal offer of 60 million euros for Viktor Gyökeres. Sporting are holding out for a sum close to 100 million buyout clause. That's coming out from El Nacional. There was another one here today. Florian Plettenberg, very, very, very good source. Arsenal sporting director Andrea Berta is pushing to sign Gyökeres. This literally changes everything on how Arsenal perform with an elite number 9. It changes everything. Their ability to keep Celiba, because there's a much higher chance of them winning league titles. I personally think that he will be leaving this summer. There's a verbal agreement for 60-70 million pounds for him. CFC Bayern, Christian Falk, who's a very reliable source over in Germany, has said Arsenal and Liverpool are both interested in signing Hugo Ekitike. Eintracht Frankfurt won 100 million euros for the striker. That, for me, is a bonkers amount of money. Don't get me wrong. He's a very good goal scorer. He's a very good player. 22 years of age. 22 GA in 31 games this season for Frankfurt in the league. 7 GA in 12 in the Europa League. 4 GA in 3 in the DFB Pokal. Overall, 22 goals and about 11 assists this season. Very, very good player. I think Arsenal and Liverpool predominantly need a more clinical number 9 who's done it year in, year out, like a Gyökeres, like an Alexander Isak. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. And this another interesting source coming out from Spain saying Real Madrid have decided to part ways with David Alaba this summer because of growing concerns over his fitness. So when you look at the Real Madrid defense, Rudiger's over 30, Alaba's over 30, Asensio's a young player, Militao can play centre-back and right-back. They do need another centre-back, especially in 2 years' time. And also you've got, Trent Alexander-Arnold. How will he get on at Real Madrid? What's going to be interesting is about how Real Madrid approach this situation. Because I think when Arsenal offer him a new deal, to be honest with you, I reckon he probably will accept it. But I think he'll ask for a release clause in there. Juventus are in talks with Manchester United over a potential signing of Rasmus Højlund this upcoming window, of a potential signing of Rasmus Højlund this summer, and will make concrete approach soon. That's coming out from the Daily Express. I think he's a very, very average number 9. I think Man United needs someone much, much better. One of my favourite players in the Premier League, Ryan Ait-Nouri, is heavily linked to a move to City. They're also heavily linked with Destiny Udogie from Spurs. Ait-Nouri, I think, would be an unbelievable signing for Man City. I think he ticks every single box thereafter. He's a decent defender, but going forward, he's one of the best fullbacks in the league. And then they can put Vardy out back to a predominantly centre-back position in what he was a couple of years ago at RB Leipzig. But we'll have to wait and see in terms of what happens there. Football Insider have tweeted out Transfer News Live. Fulham boss Marco Silva is a contender to replace Ange Postecoglou at Tottenham if the Australian is sacked after the club's disappointing season. I think it's going to be one of Marco Silva, Thomas Frank, or Anthony Iriola from Bournemouth. I think the next couple of weeks at this football club, the next 3 weeks, are so, so big in the Tottenham world. If we don't win the Europa League, Ange will be sacked, and it's essentially what happens next. What happens next? Because it'll be another project that's fouled massively. It will be another project that essentially has fouled. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am out.